Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for war number 2 of season 44. We got a matchup against PBT today. I have 8 fights, and most importantly, Ascended Void making his first appearance in war. And folks, we got 8 fights today, including a 1 million health Sasquatch boss that Void's going to take out in just over a minute. So sit down and buckle up. We first off have a MORDO here on node number 2 with Drip Feed. Drip Feed is a useless node here because we are immune to placebo buffs, so every time the placebo would apply to us, it is instead going to trigger a Wither on MORDO, as you can see. And this is, basically nothing. Fight just got to manage his power gain, heavy him when he goes all passive in the corner. If we do get the fatigue, like we have a fatigue on him right now, we can safely parry him, but I don't really think I ever take advantage of that. He does resist 2 of the 3 parts of that heavy attack. Could have been a little sketchy there if he had resisted all 3 and punished me, but as it is, he does not do that. And then he is ticking down. We have 4 debuffs active on him, and he's taken roughly 2,300 damage per second here. And this fight is going to be over well before we even sniff Fear of the Void, so there we go. Moving on, we have a Mantis on node 11. Going to use Toad here with a combat regen boost at the start of the fight, and that is going to turn off her Tranquilize passive until we have enough time to get to our special 1 and re-trigger the regen on our own and kind of keep that Tranquilize passive off of her. So other than that, it's okay if she fires off her special 1 here, because we have access to so much prowess as a mutant that we just need to use any special attack with a prowess, and that'll turn off her sleep time, the encroaching sleep timer. As it is, I am just kind of, trying to push her to her special 2 anyways. I feel like I take a hit here at some point. I can't remember. This was like a day and a half or 2 days ago already, so... No, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking of a different fight, because I think we end up finishing this one with a full yellow bar after all. So I'm going to trigger the passive stun with a tongue attack there. And then I always seem to trigger the passive stun when the opponent is at, like, high amounts of power. And then I feel like I can't really fully take advantage of it. So that's unfortunate. There we go. Finish her off with one more special 1 and a yellow bar there. Moving on, up in section 2, we have a Kate Bishop here on node 19. Going to go in with Toad. Now, we don't really have a way of countering the reinvigorated node here, and we can't parry and combo her, so we are going to be triggering some regens on her by dashing back twice in quick succession, but the plan here is really just to kill her before she gets so many regens on her that she goes unblockable for a little bit. The poisons are going to be reducing her regen potency, and then added in with the Despair Mastery, we will turn it mostly off here. Now, I think on this second special 1 here, she does parry me. I don't know if I'm late on the punish or what, but it does trigger the evade and the passive stun here, as you're going to see. And I must have been like a frame or 2 late. That sucks when that happens. So fortunately, the stun only lasts for 2 hits, and I'm able to kind of get out of there before she does any more significant amount of damage. I am a little bit better on that one, but still she straight dexes out of it that time instead of parrying me. So I don't know. Recovery time on the AI lately, it just seems to be like all off. I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's me being late or if the AI is just recovering faster. So either way, we take an unnecessary combo there, but it's fine because this is our last Toad fight of the day, and we get out of there. A little sloppy, but a win is a win. Okay, next up we have this Mysterio on node 28, going to go in here with Silk. Silk is also a tactic attacker this season, and she is a fantastic choice for this fight in particular for several reasons. So first off, she doesn't get the precision buff from Dexterity, so she's never going to trigger Buffet over time, which is great. And then she's also a Spider-Verse champ, my current favorite Spider-Verse champ, by the way. So she will be able to disable or crack Mysterio's helmet just by knocking him down, and with her normal playstyle with the heavies, she's going to be knocking him down quite frequently. Mysterio is a tactic defender this season, so again, you really want to go into any tactic fight with a proper attacker, get those withers up, prevent those placebo buffs on yourself here. So this fight does take a little bit longer just because I'm intentionally trying to bait out special 1s from him because I want to be able to get to my special 3 in order to start my full rotation on him. And, you know, waiting out his reflection gas just takes a little bit extra longer. I think I've read or heard from somebody that the tactic is currently countering the damage reflection part of him, but I didn't really want to test this out, especially against, I think this was a 7R2 defender, and I didn't really want to take a huge chunk of damage here. So, alright, so we got to the special 3, we did a full combo, heavy canceled into the special 3 to get our first Fury, and then coming out of this special 3, we're going to be doing a full 5-hit combo, followed by a 4-hit combo into a heavy for our second Fury, and then cancel into a striker right here. And then we're going to do another 4-hit combo to get our third Fury passive, and then the special 1 finishes the fight. So, love that rotation with her. It is very, very effective. And that fight would have been a little faster, again, had we not had to wait out his special 1 so often. Alright, we're up on the first mini-boss island. We have an interesting fight against Thing on 37. So the nodes here, Drip Feed Placebo and Resistance is Futile, have an interesting combination. So since Void is a tactic attacker, he is immune to placebo buffs, but when he triggers this immunity, he's going to be giving Thing a passive power gain here, and you can see right there it triggers. So the way to put that node on cooldown is by triggering non-damaging debuffs. So I did turn on the Resonate Mastery for this fight and for the rest of my path, not only for some extra damage, but also to hopefully put that node on cooldown more often while we wait for the Petrifies. And we did get a bit lucky here. We got the Petrifies up first as our 2 debuffs, so now we don't have to worry about the power gain at all, and this fight becomes just a normal Thing fight. We also have personal space healing and recovery on this fight, and there's no Indomitable, so I could have also at this point just kind of played it a bit slower, a bit safer, stayed close to him, and then we're going to be reversing that regen. So I decided instead just to kind of play it straight up. If he gets regens, that's great. We'll be getting a little bit of extra damage there, but I prefer just kind of keep the pace of the fight going here, especially when you have to manage his rock stacks, and he goes down really without a problem. Alright, up on the third mini-boss island now, we have another Hazard Shift fight, this time against a Mephisto. Now, Mephisto is not a tactic defender, so we don't have the benefit of the Withers just from hitting into him. So we do have to be a bit more cautious here. I used a Power Start 1 boost to get a debuff up right away to reduce the potency of those Hazard Shift debuffs on ourselves. And then again, the Resonate Mastery really coming in handy here, providing a second debuff, good uptime of a second debuff, again, just kind of reducing the potency of those effects on us. Other than that, it becomes a pretty standard Mephisto fight. We're just, baiting out the special 1s, being careful of the aura, because we don't want to push him too far above 2 bars or, into the danger zone, at least until the Petrify is up. We have 3 unique debuffs first. That's ideal for this fight, I think. Maximum damage. We trigger the slow with a knockdown, and this fight is all but over. We are healing up both from the Hazard Shift debuffs and from Crumbling Armor whenever it triggers on us. And I think I'm 99% sure, again, we finished this fight with a full yellow bar here. So push him to the special 2 here safely, because I know that the special 1 is going to apply our last debuff, which is a second Petrify. And now we just have to wait out this special 2 while he continues to melt away here, doing about 2,600 damage per second. We've triggered Fear the Void, and then our debuffs are going to be increased in potency from the attack bonus, and one more combo finishes him off. Alright, up on Boss Island, we have a rank 5 Kindred on node 49 with Stunning Reflection. So we don't have access to any of our specials in this fight other than the one that I have left over from that Power Start 1 boost. But since Kindred is a tactic defender and Void is a tactic attacker, we're going to be keeping Withers up on him for basically the whole fight, which is going to grant us immunity to the degen from his Nightmare Aura. So the only thing we really have to focus on in this fight is, number 1, don't parry him, because then we'll get stunned ourselves. Stay aggressive to kind of avoid brute force. I don't think we'll be immune to the brute force degen, and then properly counter his specials. Special 1, special 2 doesn't matter, but even if he does trigger the Nightmare Aura, like he's going to at some point, I think, in this fight, we're going to be taking no damage from it. And I'm trying to remember, I do take some damage here, and I forget what it's from. Oh, right there, the Unstoppable, yeah. So the precision buff ends and gives him a 33% chance to go unstoppable. So right there, I do get punished for it. It's really hard to get knockdowns on him in this fight because obviously you can't parry. I guess you could bait out heavies and then heavy counter his heavy. But, you know, Void's health pool, ascended and boosted, is north of 115,000. So taking a few hits here is not that problematic here. So right there, taking essentially no degen at the end of the fight from the aura, and there we go. Alright, last fight of the war for me is another 1 million health Sasquatch boss, and Ascended Void is going to take this guy out in just over 1 minute. So we do have the read pre-fights available. They are not necessary, but very helpful for this fight. And then the slow debuff that we're getting via the tactic from knocking him down is going to prevent him from going unstoppable during the Wrath of Tanarak, which again is very, very helpful here. So I'm staying very aggressive in this fight. You know, I don't normally like to toot my own horn, but I play this fight like out of my mind good. If I do say so myself here. So we're going to be just, you know, again, staying aggressive, knocking him down, keeping those pre-fight debuffs active for the entire fight. I think I manage a bunch of like blind intercepts here as well. Good use of the striker there to push him to the special 2. And I think I heavy counter the special 2. Maybe it's the second one. Yeah, this one I take it on the block for some reason. Push him right back to another special 2. And this one I heavy counter to refresh the debuffs and put that slow back up on him. Get another blind stand-up intercept there. A little backdraft just for good measure. Knock him down again. Keep those debuffs refreshed. And you can just see his health absolutely melting away here. I actually paused the video to check, and we're doing about 15 to 16,000 damage per second there. So there you go, 1 minute, 17 seconds, 1 million health gone. Pretty happy with how that fight turned out. Ascended Void, man, what an absolute beast. We did go on to get the win. Shout out to PBT, 8 kills, 0 deaths, and our record has improved to 2-0. A really solid start for us this season. Very proud of everybody's performance so far. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments below, and I hope you're ready for more Ascended Void gameplay in War, because I have a feeling he is going to be a staple on my team for this and the next season, and I honestly couldn't be happier. So looking forward to that. Folks, again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.